Hi, well, it's same day. It's Christmas Day. It's 25th of December 2015. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I just got quite moved by seeing that the number one popular music record in the UK at this time is being sung by a bunch of nurses and doctors from the NHS hospital in Lewisham, Bridge over Troubled Water, and it got me thinking actually. So I thought I'd have a look at the horoscope of the NHS, the British National Health Service. It was set up, it started on the 5th of July 1948. It started at midnight, and I've used London as the base of it. Although places like Canada and New Zealand have similar, to my knowledge, the NHS is the only national health system in the world where anyone resident in the UK, regardless of nationality or religion, but regardless of nationality, be they British, Sri Lankan, Nigerian, American, any nationality, can go to a doctor at any time, anywhere, for any reason, free of charge, and get free medical care. I know that in a number of countries in the world this is despised and looked down on as something that says no, free medical care is not a human right, it should have to be paid for. But I personally think that those countries are stupid. The NHS, July the 5th, 1948, 00 hours, London. Sun in the fourth house in Cancer, strong conjunction of Mercury, Venus, Uranus and Ceres on the IC at the bottom of the chart. The roots of the NHS, the fundamental basics, the home, the foundations of the NHS, rooted in the concern and care for the larger community, the tribe, the family, really strong. All of these are square to the Pisces rising, but then if the NHS is a compassionate, caring health service, then of course it's got Pisces rising, the unconditional acceptance and caring for people. That's what Pisces rising does. It was born with Mars opposite the ascendant, which is why there's so much contentiousness and why there's so much opposition to the NHS, even in this country. And indeed, there is a big grand cross in the NHS's chart, which suggests that it's never going to be a completely harmonious operation. There's always going to be conflict around it, but primarily coming from people outside of it, not inside of it. Ask any British person on the street what's the single biggest thing they're most proud of about Britain, and they will say the NHS. More than half of people will say that. A lot will also say the BBC, but the NHS is more important than the BBC. Pluto has been opposite the NHS Sun over this last year, which is why there's been so much conflict. And there is still ongoing challenges to the NHS chart. Saturn will spend the next year opposite its moon, and it does seem that there's further challenges on the way. However, I'm sure, looking at this horoscope, that it's got the durability and the persistence to survive, and the concept of free healthcare anywhere at any time is a basic human right as far as the British people are concerned. So I have no doubt that the NHS will survive. It is worthy of note that for the cost of just one Trident missile, one nuclear missile, it is exactly the same cost as a fully fitted, fully functional hospital with surgeries, wards, doctors for up to 800 to 1,000 people. One Trident nuclear missile equals one hospital. I'm glad to see that the current British government has got its priorities right, and it's now investing in Trident and a nuclear deterrent like we need it, as opposed to hospitals. It seems that the current British government of a conservative nature, which voted against the NHS when it was formed and has always tried to close it down, is determined to underfund it and close it down. It's crippling the junior doctors. Shame on them. Absolute shame. It is what makes Britain great, having a free medical health service. The horoscope of the NHS suggests that not so much in this next year or even 2017, but in 2018 there will come major challenges to its long-term functionality and effectiveness. And if the NHS is still in place in 2019, come 2020, when the grand conjunction will be happening, then I've every belief that it will then last forever as a vital tool for the well-being of people in this country. But my own personal tribute to people in the NHS, I think you're all heroes, and thank you for what you do. Catch you later, folks. Bye.